Welcome back. I'm delighted this morning to introduce the Pastoral Ministries team that we have here. And this is kind of an important announcement for anybody who watches Pastoral Ministries. Loyce, I think everybody knows you pretty well after all these years that you have been here at Green Spring.
Yes.
Loyce Calloway, it was the former coordinator, excuse
Manager.
me. Manager. Is that
One of those.
One of those, or all of the above, of Pastoral Ministries. And you have moved on to resident life.
Yes.
At this point.
Yes.
You have brought the new coordinator, manager, director of Pastoral Ministries with you.
Yes.
And would you introduce her?
Sure, it's my pleasure, Marcia. Always glad to be here. I am absolutely delighted to introduce Reverend Dr. Lisa Fiddermon to you all, to Green Spring, to you, Marcia. It's a thrill just to have her here.
Yes.
I think I had left Pastoral Ministries Veterans Day, I think Veterans Day I started with in my new position. So since November, and I've been filling in, especially for crucial areas. So I'm just, like I said, absolutely delighted that we now have Lisa in the community, and we wanted her to have this opportunity to share a little bit about her background, whatever it is on her heart, and then whatever questions you have for her. And I believe she has some information on important Pastoral Ministries events for the month of February.
All right. Well, Loyce, thank you for that introduction.
Absolutely.
Lisa, welcome to Green Spring.
Thank you.
You've been here a whole week.
A whole week.
So by now, of course, you have a feeling about the whole place. Lisa, where did you come from prior to Green Spring?
Well, before coming to Green Spring, I've been serving as a pastor for 10 years in Washington, D.C., as well as in Fort Washington, Maryland. And I'm also a trained, certified relationship coach. I am I've also was working part-time as a workplace chaplain. I've been married for 22 years. I have 2 young adult children, I guess, we can call it that, 19 and 17. And I'm just delighted to be able to be here with you all at Green Spring. It's just been just wonderful working with Loyce and with Janet Smith and Residential Life and everyone in the staff. All of the residents that I've spoken to have just been very welcoming, so I really appreciate that.
Well, you've got some top-notch folks that you're working with here with Loyce. Yes, I think you're certainly very fortunate. Do you have do you mind my asking what your denomination background is?
Okay, sure. I grew up Baptist. I attended Wesley Theological Seminary, which is a Methodist seminary mostly, even though they accept persons from other denominations.
Where is that?
It's in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
It's in Washington, D.C. Actually, it's right beside American University.
Oh, it is? Okay.
And so I have, that's pretty much my background.
What is going to be your emphasis? You've got this terrific background in terms of counseling and coaching, and what's going to be your emphasis? Is there any particular one thing?
I cannot identify anything specific. I do know that prayer is a core value for me, and I think that that will be apparent across all the things that I do, and I'm just looking forward to still learning and growing with our pastoral team.
Are you a singer?
I do not sing.
I got spoiled with Loyce. All right, you're still welcome.
I can make a joyful noise. I'll put it that way.
And that's all we ask. Oh, that's a joyful noise, I think, is terrific. What kinds of things would you like to make announcements about today? You said
Okay.
you had several.
Sure, yeah. Today at 1 o'clock, an afternoon at the movies, the featured presentation is Harriet, and that will be at the Village Square Theater.
Oh, Harriet Tubman?
Yes. On Thursday, February 6th, this coming Thursday at 11 a.m. is the Faith, Grief, and Loss sessions at Green Spring Chapel. They'll be in the chapel at 11 a.m.
Now, is that an ongoing series?
It is an ongoing series. I believe it's the first Thursday.
It's the first Thursday
Now,
of every
Loyce,
month.
did you lead that
I did.
before? Okay, and is it every week?
It's at once a month.
Once a month.
Once a
The
month.
first Thursday of every month. And it came about because of a resident request, probably about 6 years ago.
I thought it'd been.
And we've just been maintaining it because the residents that have attended have expressed the need to have it continue.
How large is the group generally?
It's usually small, anywhere from 1 or 2 people up to 6, 7, 8, or 9 people. It just depends. But we do it regardless of whether or not there's 1 or the 8, 9, or even 10.
Well, people need an opportunity to talk.
Sure.
Yes.
And the smaller the group,
It's very needed, very needed.
I would certainly think in a CCRC that it
Yes.
would be
Yes.
absolutely beneficial.
Yes.
I haven't seen much publicity about it recently, and I wasn't sure even that it was still going on.
It is, and I know that the Pastoral Ministries team is committed. What normally happens is there is a rotation, so we have several team members that will come in and they'll lead those sessions. The only time that there is a change is if it happens to fall, near a holiday, or of course if there's something else that's major that's going on in the community, because we don't want residents to have to choose from 2 competing things. So
Yes. Sure.
we like to give opportunity for people to be able to do both. But it's been on the scroll, it's on My Erickson, and it's on the community bulletin boards. And then, sometimes we get phone calls about it asking if it's still going on. And I think the only time we didn't have it last year is when we had flu and GI.
Oh, sure.
So want everyone to be healthy. But yes, it continues to go on.
How large is the staff at this point in Pastoral Ministries?
Well, we have
9.
9.
Including Lisa. Including Lisa, there are 9
Okay.
people. And spread across, one staff person is the chaplain, who is over in Garden Ridge, Chaplain Annie Smith. And then the village church has 3 staff members. Green Spring Fellowship has kind of 1, and then with the assistance of someone who also works administratively for the Catholic community. The Catholic community has 2 people, and then Lisa Fiddermon and Ingrid Calcagno are Pastoral Ministries, specific or exclusively.
Okay.
Yeah, so 9 total.
All right, that's a good sized staff.
It is a good.
And you're still over in Canterbury Square?
Yes.
all of-
Sharing an office with philanthropy.
Yes, I knew that. Are you a little crowded in there?
No.
Okay,
We're just reconfigured.
I
Right?
see. You're just sitting a little closer together.
And actually, I'm not in there at all. I'm
No, I
down
know.
in resident life and home support. So
You're down in Forest View.
in Forest View, across from the fitness center, one of the fitness center exercise
The new
rooms.
satellite fitness
Yes,
center,
yes.
right? Okay, thank you for filling me in on that.
Absolutely.
I had sort of lost count at this point. All right, well, go ahead. Excuse
All
me.
right,
Sorry.
yeah, just 2
Sorry to
more.
interrupt.
Just 2 more. Wednesday, February 19th at 2 o'clock, a discussion on Purim, why Esther saved the Jewish people and the strength and influence of women in our world. And the guest speaker is Rabbi Bruce Aft.
Would you tell me what Purim is?
I'm not exactly sure.
It's the holiday where Esther, was able to save the Jews from being exterminated. So Purim, or Purim, as it's called, it's a really important holiday. And I think this is probably the second year that we've actually been able to do something, shape it around that particular holiday. So Rabbi Ath will be coming to lead that discussion.
All right. And this is a good time and occasion to celebrate
It's
the
based
women.
on the season,
the
actual
faith and the women in the
Yes.
church. Good.
Yes.
Okay, all right, and the last one, the big one, is Wednesday, February 26th at 10:30 is the Ecumenical Ash Wednesday service, and that will be in the chapel.
All right. Now, will you be leading that, Lisa?
I will be participating, but actually it will be interfaith. There will be several people from the Pastoral Ministries office that will be participating.
Okay. Well, that's right, Easter is coming up.
Very quickly.
When is Easter this year?
April. I mean, now I have to add, I think it's the 12th?
It is in April.
Gosh, I'm putting you all on a spot.
I have not looked at a calendar.
I was going to say, we don't have our calendars
It should be
here.
the 12th. I think that Sunday is the 12th.
Okay, it's the second, must be the second Sunday in
April.
April.
Is someone coming to tell us?
right.
It's been confirmed. It's April the 12th, so my memory.
Oh, well, and without a calendar sitting in front of you. That's called interactive.
There we go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But everybody knows now. It's April 12th.
April 12th.
Want to know the day for Orthodox?
Yes,
No.
please.
19th, April 19th.
Orthodox Easter is April the 19th, Sunday, April the 19th.
Okay, well, now that we've got all that straightened out, oh, gosh, this has been so informative. What can I say? Lisa, again, welcome to Green Spring. We're delighted to have you. And Loyce, it's so good to see you again.
You as well.
Thank
we
you.
miss Loyce, as you might imagine. But we're glad you're happy over in resident life.
Thank you very much,
So
Marcia.
that's a good thing.